Last session, Smenk summoned Aurum and Calix to the Laughing Inn and received them in a plush office, still heady with perfume and company. Pleasure faded to fury as he scolded Aurum for tipping their hand at the mine. Evidence would now be ash, and then he pressed a button and sent the pair out again, this time with Cedric and a gnome investigator named Perkins to squeeze the truth from whatever was left. Diamond Lake watched Cedric with wary fondness as they passed. At Dorstone's gate, no sentries waited, just a half-burned torch, scattered ore, and an acrid reek. Aurum doused a dangerous blaze beside vials of alchemist's fire, and Perkins produced a scorched sigil that echoed faint rubbings from Tilgast's mine. Beyond a pair of iron doors, the air itself seemed to lie. Calix felt a cold, slick presence seize his terror and drive the whispers back with a possessive thought. No. He's mine. Aurum clenched his will around the promise of family and stepped through. 3 choices split the tunnels. The left room was a wreck of glass, overturned lectern, and torn robes. And a robed man hunched over burning papers. Perkins' wand turned the man's bravado to panic. He blurted that they were going to Free City, then choked as blood streamed from his eyes and a tide of worms ripped him apart from within. Flames took the rest. Alistair appeared from the stone, traded a dry high-five with Calix, and carefully wrote the name none of them would say aloud. A severed arm with a tattoo and matching sigils pointed to a profane alliance. The centre barracks reeked of oil and death. Weapon racks were stripped, banners torn, a shield nailed to the wall bore 6 carved arrows, Hexter's sign. The rightmost chamber was butcher's work. Cages wrenched open, chains swaying, a toppled altar and a massive boar, barely breathing as its skin rippled with what fed inside. Perkins's magic granted mercy. Fire scoured the worms. Cedric kept them moving, grim and ready to run if the dark ran back. They converged on a vast cavern, an 80-foot ceiling lost in shadow, chains swaying, a central pit pulsing sickly green, and an inactive portal frame scorched and splintered at the magical seams. Bubbling rose from the pit, and a corpse riddled with worms hauled itself up and charged. It slammed into their line, vomiting a living carpet that tangled the guards and even Perkins. Calix held fast, blade biting deep, while Aurum's construct pounded, and the dwarf's strange resilience crushed burrowing worms under skin gone momentarily like stone. A final thunderous shot blew the horror's head apart. With its animus gone, the worm shriveled and died. Smenk chose pragmatism over heroics. He called the miners, laid black powder, and after a quick dash by Perkins to retrieve one last secret, the fuse burned. The mountain roared, the entrance folded, and Dorstone was buried. On the walk back, Aurum offered a prayer to Moradin for kin lost and missing. Perkins, still shaken, quietly mentioned he'd seen Aurum's elven wife days ago, playfully clinging to a very uncomfortable man in town. Cedric promised to inform Free City. With the Whispered One, Hexter and Bloodrights threading together, and whispers of a move on Free City, the mine was sealed. But the real work had only just broken the surface.